It was a quiet evening on November 6th, 2025, when Jimin's words appeared on Weverse, a short message that would send waves across the internet. He didn't say much, just a few lines. "Thank you for waiting. We'll be together again soon."
No hashtags, no filters.
No schedule hints, just emotion. Within minutes, fans around the world flooded the comment section. Some cried, some smiled through tears. Many simply wrote, "We missed you too, Jimin." For months, BTS's fans, ARMY, had been living in a strange balance of hope and silence. Rumors of a 2026 group comeback filled social media, but no one knew when or how. Then came Jimin's post. Short, simple, yet powerful enough to shift global attention. It wasn't an announcement. It was a heartbeat, a sign that something was truly coming. Jimin has always been the emotional center of BTS. Since debut, he's been known for his kindness, his empathy, and his ability to turn vulnerability into art. Every word he says carries sincerity. Every silence holds meaning. When Jimin speaks, even just a few words, fans listen with their hearts, not just their eyes. Across social media, ARMY members from Seoul to Sao Paulo began posting screenshots of Jimin's words. Fan accounts wrote, "Jimin doesn't just talk to us, he talks through us." This isn't just a message, it's a promise. Many admitted they cried reading it, especially those who'd felt lost during BTS's military hiatus. Jimin's message reminded them that love, like BTS, never really disappears. Insiders say Jimin's post wasn't random. He had just wrapped up a private meeting with HYB staff about the group's comeback preparations. After months of vocal practice, choreography review, and concept planning, Jimin felt ready, emotionally and mentally, to reach out to fans, according to one staff member. He didn't plan a grand announcement. He just wanted to let them know he was thinking of them. Within hours, Jimin's name topped global Twitter trends. "We miss you, Jimin. Thank you, Jimin." And "BTS is coming" trended in over 40 countries. News outlets picked up the story. YouTubers uploaded emotional reaction videos. And on TikTok, millions used his quote in soft montage edits, paired with nostalgic clips of BTS's past concerts, proof that one message could reignite a global flame. Jimin's message wasn't just about music. It was about connection. ARMY had waited years. Through military service, silence, and uncertainty, they held onto every memory. Now, Jimin was reminding them why they waited. Because BTS isn't just a group. It's a feeling, a shared dream between 7 boys and millions of hearts. Fans began decoding the message. What it soon mean? Was he hinting at a teaser, a reunion, or something more? Some believe the phrasing "we'll be together again" referred to a group reunion performance already being filmed. Others thought it was the prelude to a comeback trailer, similar to how BTS used to surprise fans before a major drop. For Jimin, silence has always been part of his artistry. He doesn't overshare. He waits until the moment feels right. That restraint makes his words more powerful. In an industry where noise often overshadows sincerity, Jimin speaks softly, yet his message echoes louder than any press release. As the world replays his message, fans can't help but wonder what lies ahead. A comeback? A reunion concert? A new era for BTS? No one knows for sure. But one thing is certain, Jimin's words have already rekindled hope. And when he said, "We'll be together again soon," it didn't just sound like a message to ARMY. It sounded like the beginning of something beautiful. In Seoul, digital billboards began replaying Jimin's smiling face from his recent live streams. In Tokyo, fans organized purple light nights, shining ARMY bombs on rooftops to honor the message. From London to Los Angeles, the words "We'll be together again soon" were printed on fan banners, t-shirts, and even projected across building walls. It wasn't just a phrase anymore. It had become a symbol of hope. For 2 years, the waiting had been both painful and patient. ARMYs had counted days since BTS's military enlistments began, replaying old videos just to feel connected. Now, Jimin's post had reopened the wound, but this time, with light instead of sadness. He reminded us that waiting was never in vain. One fan tweeted, and in that moment, millions realized every second of silence was building toward reunion. Within HYB's headquarters in Yongsan, quiet discussions began swirling. Executives reportedly noticed the surge in online engagement after Jimin's post, a spike that outperformed even official HYB teasers. One marketing insider allegedly commented, "Jimin just moved the world with one sentence. That's the power no campaign can replicate." Behind the scenes, this moment began shaping BTS's official comeback timeline. Some armies began writing letters again, handwritten, sealed with purple ink, addressed to Jimin and BTS. Online communities shared projects to mail these letters to HYB or deliver them during upcoming fan events. It was a return to the old, sentimental traditions of the fandom. Love expressed through art, poetry, and patience. One fan wrote, "His message felt like a letter from an old friend, one that finally reached us after years." After the post, Jimin didn't say anything more, and follow-up.
No clarification.
Just silence. But that silence was loud. The kind that lingers, that makes you feel something deep. It reflected his artistry, emotional restraint mixed with sincerity. Sometimes, Jimin doesn't need to explain. His silence is the message. Fans began predicting when BTS would finally appear together again. The strongest rumor pointed to a December 2025 surprise event, possibly a documentary screening or group livestream. Others believed the group had already filmed something, perhaps a comeback trailer or pre-recorded performance. But for most armies, it didn't matter when. The only thing that mattered was that Jimin's words meant soon. Every time Jimin has written from the heart, music has followed. In 2023, his post about loneliness became the inspiration behind Set Me Free PT. In 2024, his reflection on healing-shaped face, naturally, fans began to wonder, was this message another prelude to new music? Was Jimin once again channeling emotion into melody? International outlets like Billboard, Rolling Stone, and the Korea Herald began covering Jimin's emotional post. They described him as the emotional architect of BTS and praised how his message united fans during the group's quietest period. One article wrote, "Even in absence, Jimin manages to turn silence into connection. That's a rare kind of leadership." It wasn't hype. It was truth. A few days after Jimin's post, Jungkook liked a Weverse comment quoting his words. Soon after, Taeyong reposted an old selfie of him and Jimin with the caption, "Miss this energy." Fans noticed the pattern, subtle, quiet acknowledgements from other BTS members. It was as if Jimin had spoken for all 7 of them, delivering one collective heartbeat to ARMY. Weeks passed, and November began to fade into December. Yet, the world didn't forget. Every fan still held on to that promise. "We'll be together again soon." Posters of Jimin's quote-decorated fan cafes across Asia. Online countdown started. Music insiders whispered of recording sessions in Seoul and Los Angeles. And somewhere behind closed doors, Jimin rehearsed, quietly, gracefully, for what might be the most emotional comeback in BTS history. The world waited. The lights dimmed. And the next chapter of BTS, born from one heartfelt message, was about to begin.